Kevin O'Connell and the Minnesota Vikings are sending a clear message to the NFL that they're done playing around. They are going crazy in NFL free agency, signing some big-time players to really good team-friendly deals. And man, we're going to break down exactly who these guys are, what they're adding, and why this is going to be a massive year for Minnesota. Now, this is one that everybody is going to love. Let's start with Will Fries or Will Freeze. Let me know in the comments how you say it. But this is a big-time pickup. An amazing run blocker. The Vikings ranked in the lower end of run blocking last year. Yards per carry. They just weren't great. This is a guy that's going to be able to open up holes for the running back immediately. Let's break down a little bit of Will Fries. Now, Minnesota last season ranked about 24th, almost dead last in the NFL in terms of yards per carry. This is a guy that's going to be able to help that out right away. I mean, you can see the holes that this dude is starting to open up for Jonathan Taylor. Let's watch another one. Look at this one, right? Boom. Attacks, gets to the third level, gets that guy out of the play. Look at the hole that this dude is creating. And that was just from one game. Here we go again. Another one. Gets this guy out of the way. I mean, I absolutely love it. As a run blocker standpoint, this guy's going to be a stud. He's going to add a ton of versatility to this offense, who is quite frankly getting a rookie quarterback. Needs offensive linemen. You cannot be the 27th most sacked team in the NFL. You cannot be. Please stop. Will is going to fix that. He's going to at least help. With that small sample size, he looked like he was becoming a really, really good blocker. Look at the hustle. I mean, love everything about him. So at first glance, I'm giving this an A+ signing. So at this point, it looks like they'll have Christian Darrisaw. They'll have obviously Ryan Kelly they brought over from Indianapolis. Will also coming over from Indianapolis, who's going to fit in perfectly at right guard. These guys also have a beautiful connection already, which is another huge part of this, right? They don't have to build a new connection. They already have it. They've been playing together, center and right guard, for a little bit amount of time. So that's perfect there. You have Brian O'Neill. The offensive line is starting to come together here, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. So let me know what you guys think. They also added Jonathan Allen, Isaiah Rodgers. You bring in a guy, like Javon Hargrave, who will sign Wednesday. I'm loving what the Vikings are doing right now. And if you guys want a full breakdown of their offseason, hit part 2 or comment down below part 2. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. And the Minnesota Vikings have done it again. They are making a bunch of deals, Jonathan Allen, and now pick up another interior defensive lineman to help out getting to the quarterback. Javon Hargrave is on his way to the Minnesota Vikings, a guy who is an absolute beast up in the trenches. Look at this play here by big Javon Hargrave. I mean, he is 6'2", 305 pounds, absolute monster. Oh, one more time. So again, he's lined up right outside that center and just demoralized him. I mean, dog, right? Now, in this video, we're going to break down why I think it's going to work, who he is, and why, or what he adds as a player specifically. Before we dive into Javon Hargrave, do me a big time favor, comment down below a letter grade of the Vikings offseason thus far, but also and more importantly, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the family, and let's dive into some more Vikings film here. Let's go. So when you ask me if I like this signing, I'm going to give it a B+. I like how he is a very, I wouldn't say elite, but he's a good pass rusher, right? The run defense is something that scares me, but he has shown potential in the past, and he's got the hustle that you love. I mean, look at this dude. You got to be excited about a guy like this because what you're looking for in the NFL is guys who love football, guys who would do whatever it takes to win, and this is one of those guys. Look at the hustle here, man. A lot of these defensive linemen just give up and say, all right, someone else will get him. Javon Hargrave's not that guy, man. He's going to do what it takes to make a tackle, to make a play, and he's shown that consistently on the film. We'll see if this Minnesota Vikings, sack percentage can go up next year at 16% or number 16 in the NFL. We need that to go up to a top 10, and this will be a totally different situation here in Minnesota. Now, my absolute favorite thing about Javon Hargrave is got to be the hustle. This dude will go to the whistles blown every single play for a big dude. I mean, look at this guy. He's massive. And he plays like it. Look at the screen, reads it out perfectly. And then you think, oh, there's no way he's catching Aaron Jones in open space off a screen. You would think, no way, right? Yeah, look at this dude. He's a go-getter. Love it, man. Dude, Javon Hargrave is a beast. Now, what I will say, guys, for the Minnesota Vikings fans out there is, yes, he's going to be huge alongside Jonathan Allen, Harrison Phillips, right? Jonathan Buller looks like he'll be gone, so he'll probably slot in over there as a 3-4 defense. But this is a guy who's not great in run defense. And when we talked about Jonathan Allen, he was very similar. So both guys aren't great in run defense. The good news was they ranked already in the top 5 of the NFL last year in stopping the run. But Javon Hargrave and Jonathan Allen both come in here and add a presence of getting to the quarterback, getting pressure on the quarterback in 2024 when he did play. And it wasn't a lot of snaps because I believe he got injured. He actually ranked as the 23rd best interior defensive lineman when it came to a pass rush grade. He played really good. I believe he had 8 total pressures in just 100 snaps, which is unbelievable. As an interior lineman, that is amazing. The Minnesota Vikings just made a big-time acquisition, acquiring a defensive tackle that was on the open market, formerly of the Washington Commanders, in Jonathan Allen. This dude is an absolute workhorse, a dog, a motivator, a good locker room guy. I mean, I love Jonathan Allen. The Commanders had to move on from him this offseason. But this is a guy that's going to come in here. He's going to work every single day to get better. He's right here on your screen. Look at him just go right through this left guard. Looks like he's being held the entire time, but still gets a quarterback sack on Kyler Murray. And in this video, what I wanted to do is break down everything I know about him so you guys can figure out who he is, what he adds, and why I think he could be a good player to this team. Obviously, still a lot to do and see going forward. But let me know in the comments down below a letter grade for the Vikings offseason thus far. Isaiah Rodgers, Jonathan Allen, Ryan Kelly. Where do you think they need to improve the most next? And with that being said, let's kind of dive into some film. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's go. Now, what makes Jonathan Allen really intriguing here for the Minnesota Vikings is he's actually a really good pass rusher as an interior defensive lineman. Now, the one thing that I don't love about him is he's not a very good run stuffer, okay? Now, why I think that's okay that he's not a good run stuffer is simply because the Minnesota Vikings last season ranked number 4 in the NFL in yards allowed per carry and number 2 in rushing yards allowed per game, as well as number 7 in rushing touchdowns allowed per game. So what they're adding is a guy that can come in and add a pass rush sense right away. Although he's not a great run stuffer, the team was already really good at stuffing the run, and I feel like it's going to be very similar next season because they didn't lose way too many pieces on this defensive line that I loved. You still got Grenard, you still got the linebackers with Blake Cashman and Van Ginkel and Pace, right? You have Harrison Phillips, you add Jonathan Allen, so a little bit more pass rush to this team. I love it. Now, when you look at the Minnesota Vikings from last season, they ranked number 16 in sack percentage, which was probably one of the worst things about their defense. It was they couldn't really get to the quarterback. So right away, when you look at Jonathan Allen's game, he does a really good job not over-committing sometimes, because a lot of these defensive linemen, if you're rushing 4, if you're rushing 3, one guy has to, not over-commit to the rush, because whenever you rush 4 guys or 5 guys, there becomes lanes that open up. So look at Jonathan Allen here. Instead of rushing the quarterback, he stays put. You're going to see him, instead of continuing to push through that gap right there, that B gap, he's going to say, all right, wait, let me stop. Quarterback's running. Great play recognition there, and ultimately comes down with the sack as well. I believe this year had 3 sacks, 16 tackles, played in only 300 snaps. So I mean, if you would have told me he played a full season, honestly, I would have thought this man would have been like 8, 9, 10 sacks. So I guess this is a really big pickup. I'm not sure exactly what the contract is right now, so let me know in the comments down below. But I'm pretty sure this is going to end up being, somewhere in the ballpark of, oh yeah, it's right here. So 3 years, 60 mil. That's not bad at all for a guy like Jonathan Allen. So, hey, big shout out to the Vikings. They just got a lot better. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Hit the like button for more Vikings videos, and subscribe to the channel. Join the family. Turn on post notifications. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the full analysis video in a couple of days from now. This is just a quick reaction.